And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. Alright, so what are we working on now? That's a pretty good question. We are making some steam engines from Rotary Craft, and you can't see them, but they're there, trust me. So I'm going to need 2 base panels per, alright? Now, if I remember correctly, the base panel, there we go. So 2 per, 5, 10, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Come back over to here. And now I need to find a condenser. Condenser the item. So I need some steel and some HSLA liquid. So it's 3 by 3. Okay. Come on. Really, Rika? Oh, gosh. All right. Fine. We'll do it this way then, I guess. Complicated, why don't you? There's that, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3. Okay, so then we need some steel, HSLA steel like this. Right? That's what you wanted from me? Oh, you just want typical glass. Okay. We can do that too for you, if you want. I understand why they use the work table, but on the other hand, it is a pain in the rear end. Alright, so we go up with glass, we get 16 of these. Oh, that's a cool sound. Okay, and then we need 4 and 5 for 1. So for 5, we need 20. Which is an issue because that means we have to make 2 sets of these. I'm probably going to need more HSLA steel at some point in the not-too-distant future. So then, what do we have to do? We got to go like that. And then like that. We have 5 condensers now. Okay. So we'll come back up here. The condensers go right there, right? If I remember correctly from my steam engine. Condenser in the back, then an impeller, and then a shaft unit. Okay. So then we need shaft units, which I believe I remember how to make. Do I remember how to make shaft units? Oh, in a typical table. Okay, fine. We need 5 of them. And as per usual, Rotary Craft isn't going to cooperate. And finally, I need an impeller. Steel gear, so I need 2 of those, and then I turn it into an impeller. Okay. As you guys can see, those of you who thought I had plenty of HSLA laying around, as you can see, that was not entirely accurate. Oh, I can also use tin to make an impeller. Okay. Let's do that and reduce my hemorrhage of HSLA steel for just a little bit. At least while we can. So we're going to need 20 of those. For those of you wondering how I'm doing that, that is just the mouse wheel on your mouse that allows you to change things around like that. So we're going to do that. We're going to get ourselves some 5 impellers. And then that goes right there. Awesome. So we'll put this all in the work table. And like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, and then like this. And we get a steam engine, we get a steam engine, we get a steam engine. This is the point where I'm wondering if there's any particular reason why I can't just click out of these things. Okay, so we have our steam engines now. That is good. That is very good. So let's come back here, over to here, and let's go down 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Okay. And now we just need to find ourselves some netherrack. Netherrack, because these things need to get heated up. Right? Right. Should be under here somewhere. Alright, so we're going to put those there. We're going to come over to here. Get our flint and our steel from somewhere. flint and steel, thank you. And we're going to put these down. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to need is water. Because, well, we are, you know, creating steam here. So let's come back a little bit more. And a part of me is quietly telling myself that I probably should go now and check out, you know, the handbook that'll actually tell me the exact details of this thing that I'm working on. But who needs that, right? Who needs that? All right. And you guys, by the way, in a couple seconds, are going to understand why I have told people that they get very familiar with crafting aqueous accumulators in my season, in my videos. Okay, so that's there. We can cover this up on the floor. Awesome. So let's start putting these guys down, shall we? One. Do I have space to do this? That's a good question, actually. Alright, so the temperature's increasing. Oops. Alright, why don't we put these down and not start them yet? That seems like a good idea. We don't want them to heat up too much yet. Mostly because if they heat up too much, they will probably explode. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're over here, so let's go. And I may actually end up moving them back. That's a thought that's actually now occurring to me increasingly rapidly. Mostly to minimize the amount of power that I'm going to be wasting. Yeah, okay, we'll have to move them back. Okay. 1, 2. Let's come back to here. Alright, so we're going to put a bucket of water here, a bucket of water here, and we're going to start crafting a... Well, why do we not do that yet? Let's actually... Alright, let's do that. And let's move these guys back to here, actually. Here might be a better idea to go up with. There we go. Okay, so we'll put them along here, I think. We won't put them down quite yet. There is such a thing as making your tools a little bit too fast. Okay, so those guys are all down like that. And let's get started with crafting. So you notice when I put those guys down, let me put them back down just to show you guys, all right? So when I put them down, you notice that there's a bit of a red block that shows up, right? That is the output, the power out, basically. Now, our job here is going to be to split those and merge those all down to a single power point. Now, the nice thing about these things is, hopefully, that they'll all run at about the same rotation, which will eliminate a lot of problems. So that means we're going to need some shaft junctions. Shaft junction. Go away. We're going to need some shaft junctions. That's a base panel. Okay, so we're going to need 4, 5. So we're going to need 4 of them, basically. Okay. So, let's start looking at what we need here. Shaft junction. Base panel. Base panel. So you need a corner of base panels. Okay. We can do that. You will always need more base panels. Oh, and I'm in the wrong place anyways. There we go. We're a corner of base panels, right? No, just a side of base panels. 2 shaft units, 3 shaft units, and HSLA gears. Okay. So, we need some shaft units. Let's get that back out. And we need 1 HSLA gear. And we're going to need a second one, which means we need some more tin. Really? HSLA gears requiring tin? Oh no, steel. Right, steel. I forget which one it was that required tin. Alright, so let's get some more of this. Look at some of this. That gets us 3 more of those. That's good. And let's put that here. Let's put that there. And let's finish this off. And we get ourselves that. And we also now need to actually make ourselves some more of this stuff. Oh, right. There we go. Okay, so now we have our shaft bearing, or shaft junctions at least. You can see the green sides are the inputs, and we now need to find ourselves a screwdriver. We need to find ourselves the rotary craft version, which is just iron, stick, wood. Okay. Iron, stick, wood. Good. Something I can do easily. Wood. Stick. Iron. Nice and easy. Rotary craft screwdriver. Thank you. This is the wrench. This is rotary craft's wrench. I believe that's enough said. Those are all set. Okay. And now we just need some angle shafts. All right. These are basically turns in shafts. They are useful. They are wicked useful. What is that? Okay, quantum entangled singularity. All right. You know what? Mod. Rotary craft. And of course, oh, there we go. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, projector slides, bedrockium ingots. There we go. Bevel gears. Awesome. So we need 2 shaft units and some steel gears, and that should give us a bunch of them. Okay. So, hopefully we have some vague amount of iron popping out over here. Good. 63 of it, in fact. Alright, so let's get some more shaft units. Some more HSLA gears. Some more base paneling. Okay. So now, if I do remember, well, I probably didn't need those gears anyways. So, if I look back at bevel gears, I need base panel. I need a full L of base panels. Then I need a 2 shaft units, a gear, and an ingot. Okay. That looks good to me. Okay, bevel gears. These allow us to change direction with shafts. They are really nice. So we're going to put one down here. And one down here. And you guys probably just saw what I just saw and went, whoa, what was that? If you right-click on it, right, you can see that each side's colored. So I need to go from the orange side as an input to the yellow side as an output. So input side is orange and output is yellow. So that actually got set up correctly. This one, okay, if I come back up here, you can see I need to go from orange to purple. Input orange, output to purple, right? I'm sorry, that's input orange. Oh, that's yellow. Okay, output to purple. Okay, so now those two are merging. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to need to go from the bevel gears again. Let's just make sure our inputs are set up correctly. Input is orange, output is yellow. Input orange, output yellow. Okay, now we're going to need some straight shaft gears. Yay. Okay. So we're just going to need a typical shaft, all right? And we're just going to go with a steel shaft, I believe. Steel shaft. Just a shaft unit and a mount. And a mount is just tin and a base panel. Okay. Alright, so let's get ourselves another set of base panels. And let's get ourselves 4 pieces of tin. And we just go base panel and 1 like that. Gets us that. And do we still have shaft units in here? Aye, we do. Now let's put our mount on, and that gets us 8 shafts, alright? 8 shafts. That's a great number. Okay, so steel shaft, we go straight ahead. And this is the point that we get our merge again, our shaft junction. Like this, and we're going to get our screwdriver back out. Click until it makes sense. Then we're going to go with another steel shaft. And we're going to go with a shaft junction and some bevel gears. Okay. And we need to input from orange, output to purple. Input orange. I'm sorry. All right. There we go. And now we have brought this down to a single unit. Okay. So, now what are we going to do? We're going to make another item. We're going to make the rotational dynamo. Okay? So I need a redstone transmission coil, which is just some silver. Alright? So let's get some silver. We can get that. Actually, I think I made a transmission coil. No, I made... Yeah, okay. I made a conductance coil, which goes both ways. I need a silver one. Silver, silver, silver. We got plenty of silver laying around. Glad to see it. Alright, so let's come back over to here. We'll go like this. Oh, look at that. I still have the redstone on me. Alright, let's get the redstone transmission coil. And then we need HSLA steel ingots, 2 gears. So it goes gear, ingot, with ingot in the middle. No, that's not bad at all. Okay. That isn't bad at all. Alright, so we go with our transmission coil. Right? Let's recheck that. Gear, gear, ingot, ingot, redstone. Okay. Redstone goes there, and we go with the ingots like this. And that gets us the rotational dynamo. Awesome. Okay. So let's get our rotational dynamo. And this will generate RF from rotational energy. So we'll drop him down like that. Input to output. We can hit him with an angular transducer if we had one. So now let's get some water flowing into these machines. Alright? Alright. For right now, we're just going to steal this guy, actually. Because we're not using him at the moment, so we're just going to borrow him. Just to get this actually running within a vague amount of time. So we'll put him down there. He's going to start producing some liquids. And now we just need some piping. I could just use this liquid pipe, actually. Let's see. Will he connect? Yes, he will connect and talk to them. Okay, so we just have to run this guy out to all of these. And remember, Rika's bounding boxes are almost always full block. All right. We are filling up, we are filling up, we are slowly filling up on the edges there. And if I'm not mistaken, we can probably light these guys off. Alright. Now we'll have to watch this kind of carefully. Just to make sure they don't blow up on me. These guys are very slowly filling up. We could probably use an actual rotary craft pump to do this, but this is probably the easier way, to be honest with you guys. Let's actually kill the fire down here on these last two. At least until the rest of these lines actually heat up to a decent amount. Yeah, because these guys are really sucking up all the fluid that's in there. So he's going to heat. These guys should heat up fairly quickly. How are you doing back there? Almost completely empty. Alright, I like that. I don't really, actually. So these guys are still taking forever to fill. We're not quite up to operating temperatures yet. These shaft junctions are going to have a hell of a time when these all start starting up separately. Notice how they all kind of started stuttering there? So that, like, crackling that you're hearing, that's us running into some slight issues along the circuit. Alright, these guys, we should actually be getting power here, however. So if I pick you back up, and do we have anywhere that energized alloy? That conductive iron, at least? Sort, please. So let's go 3 and 3. And yes, these things make a racket. I could actually move this over just to make this a little bit easier. But for proof of concept, we'll see how this goes. Alright, so you're finally getting some good fluid in you. You guys are all... So we are generating enough energy here. You're running. Heaven knows how much you're actually generating right now. So then let's take a look. Let's see. 1... Oh, come on, this month, will ya? Alright, let's just yank this for a second. We'll disconnect you, and we'll connect you like that. And yoink. We're slowly losing power. Connect. Alright, let's start configuring. Output. Input. Input. Alright, so we're having issues again. We may need a gearbox in this line, actually. Or we may need to get ourselves an angular transducer. This thing is the sensor for railcraft. Oh, that's easy. I thought I used to require an ender pearl. That might have changed. For the better, trust me. Alright, so let's get some of this. Oh, wow, that's really unordered right now. And let's get some of this. And let's do this. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. What may be happening is because not all the inputs are at the same power level, it may be having some slight issues. Alright, right click. Oh, you're only generating 8 RF per tick. Alright. So let's look up what its minimum requirements are. Or at least let's look up what it says in our manual on this, because it could turn out that things have changed significantly, which I believe they have. My brain's actually telling me that they've changed a lot, and I'm just not remembering it. So let's go over here. Let's go power supply. It's tool items. Cosmetic machines. Surveying machines. Processing machines. Farming machines. Accessory machines. Friction here. Cooling fin. Yay. I like cooling fins. Sorting machine. Filling station. Pipe pump. Nice. Faster input speeds mean faster liquid pumping. Okay, defense, offense. Surveying, cosmetic, utility. Player detector. Nice. Okay, floodlight, pile driver. Block ram, tower former. Resource items. Okay. Go back to the table of contents again. Basic terms, important notes, power supply. That's nice. Micro turbine, power transfer. Flywheel, worm gear, chain drive. Production machines. Magnetostatic engine. Okay, functions like the pneumatic engine. It accepts RF provided to it. Okay, so that's the electric motor. UE power grid, okay. Refrigeration unit, but you're not telling me about what I want to know. Take steam in, shaft power, pneumatic engine, obsidian factory, rock melter. Processing machines, okay. That's the air compressor, that's the electric generator, there we go. Okay. Rotary craft power into thermal expansion, redstone flux. Due to limitations, it can take a maximum of 8192 torque. 8192 of torque and 8192 radians per second. Okay. So, let's get out our angular transducer and let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, okay. So we're just not actually generating that much power. That's fine. Alright, so these guys are all basically full. So let's light them up and see if we can get our power up any higher. Now this isn't a lot of power, I'll admit, but it is also free. Free, F-R-E-E. Free. Okay. So we may be slightly reducing our reliance on coal here. But it also gets us into this power system a little bit better. And it's a good example for you guys on how to set up a system like this. Okay? So we should have this coming online soon. I could expand this a little more, but it's going to take up a lot of space with all the shafting that we're producing here. And we may get some interesting grinding motions when this thing starts running. So we'll see. Mostly out of this connection here. The bevel gears, I don't believe the power will actually jump back through them, so... Unless we're only getting power from about half these, it's just... Alright, you're receiving energy from 3 steam engines. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's just not everything. Good, 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 good. We should be coming up to speed in a couple seconds here. We should hit a good heat level. And these things aren't exploding, thank goodness, so... Give it a couple more seconds, and we should be up to power. Okay, you're running. Oops, okay. We need to flip this around a little bit. Input orange, output yellow. Input orange, output yellow. back down again. Let's see if that works. Input yellow, right? Output. Is it input yellow, output orange? There we go. Okay. Now let's see what this guy's doing down here. Alright, so we now have those two online. We are still only generating 8 RF per tick. Because this guy isn't doing his job right. Come back here, input yellow, output orange. Oh gosh, okay, what was that? That was a shaft junction being overpowered, by the way. Do it again? Yep, there he goes. Okay. So we are just putting too much power into that steel shaft junction. Gosh, okay. So, let's take a look at shaft junctions and see if we can do anything better. Alright, well let's dig out our handbook, because obviously something funky is going on with that junction. So let's look at power transfer, and bevels, clutch, shaft junction. In merge mode... Split mode, interesting. So what I don't understand is why the shaft junction keeps exploding. See? It doesn't make any sense. Alright. So let's look at the steel shaft there. Understand that we're only running at partial power here. So now if I take out my angular transducer, I'm only generating 8 RF per tick. So what we'll do is we'll actually split this off, alright? We're going to be completely full on everything. Okay, so let's drop some stuff off first. Sorry about this, guys, but we apparently are running into some issues. I'm not certain why that shaft is detonating on me. I am running an outdated version, so before anyone goes running a complaint to Rika, understand my version that I'm running is outdated, and it could be that, okay? It could actually very easily be that. Okay, so that is spinning. That is a good sign. Let's run over to here, and let's open this guy up. And let's give ourselves, well, not give ourselves, but let's get ourselves some more items here. So we'll just store some of this junk away. We'll resort. We'll do this. Okay, so let's get ourselves some more silver. That sounds like a good idea. Because we're going to make another one of these dynamos. Alright. Because remember, if you can't put all the power into one, there's no reason not to split the power. So we'll do that, and then that, and we'll need another one of these, or a cluster of those, rather. Though we won't need it for this recipe, I just remembered we will need it for a future recipe. And, of course, I do it on the wrong table. So let's go there, and there, and there, and one of these, and one of these, and some more of this. There we go. And let's come running back over to here. Okay, now let's angular transducer these to see what we're producing. You're generating 5, you're generating 8, that's 13 RF per tick. Okay. That ain't a lot, alright? That really isn't that much, guys. I will fully admit that. However, it is stable, and it is free, alright? Let's not forget, it's stable and it's free. Stable and it's free. And we can even add another generator over here, or another steam engine over here that'll actually give us even more power. Okay, so we can bring these both up to about 8 per tick. Alright, that's 16. It's not bad. It's more than these guys, and it's completely free. So I call that a victory for the day, to be honest for you guys. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to move these guys over, and they are eating up a fair amount of coal. So I'm actually going to move these guys back into this room, and probably kick out one of these walls just a little bit to give myself a bit more space here. Alright, so other than that, guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. This is a bit of an introduction to rotary craft power generation and power transport. Just remember, sometimes things blow up when you're not expecting them to. Yeah. Actually, wait a second. Do these guys actually retain their fuel levels? I don't remember. I think they do, actually. Nope, they don't retain their fuel. I think they retain their power, but not their fuel, which sounds about right to me. So guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you all for watching. It has been a blast, and that blast wasn't only caused by random things blowing up on me. So, I hope to see you in the next episode. If you liked this episode, even with all the derpiness, please give me a like, a comment, a subscription. Let me know you guys are out there, and that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I do this for you guys, and so that you have something to watch and enjoy. Anyways, guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. As always, happy mining.